So there we go, guys. Other than that appliance door and this drawer pack, everything is on, other than handles, because I don't want to encourage the customer to start filling these, and things are going to still get messy when the worktop people come in. Right guys, not last and not least, where I've moved these appliances around, I'm going to show you what I've done for this one now. And I know you guys really want to learn to scribe. With nice, neat, fresh setups like this, scribing doesn't really happen. So I might have to do some sort of special on that. However, here's how we do this. So, long story short, if I move that out of the way, when we shine that across, we can see that that touches there on that front, and it touches around there on the back. And that end panel actually dives back a little bit, and it doesn't go the full depth. I stopped it just because the plumbing works. It's just easier. So then when it comes to these end panels here, basically, once I stand that in there, basically, I've got some packers here on the floor. You guys see that? Yeah, you guys can see that. Then what my face edge is, I plumb that up so that is level. With that, we're using my laser line that touches all of these corresponding points, make a mark, head outside and cut. Then I just need to fix the floor and left and right, fix it back in, and we're golden. The easiest way to do this is I then set my unit off, make a mark so that I've got a nice decent sized gap. This kitchen is going for quartz, or I would be cutting the worktop. So 600 is what they would allow, or 610. But if you want to allow more, nothing stops you if you're cutting the worktop. The only time you're governed by a certain distance is if you only had a 3 metre run and that stopped at 3 metres or something. You know what I mean? That's got to come out. So, don't necessarily need a laser level. I'm going to use my laser level because I've got it. You could always just, get my words out, just use a normal level, just plumb it up, mark. But I have these devices, so why not use them? I've got 4 of these. I might not use 4, I might only use 3, but there you go. If I can use 4, I will. So I want to fit these. And then to fix these back, just because I want to make sure I'm getting a tight bite, I'm using 5 70s with 5 plugs, when normally you would use a 7 and a 5. I just want to make sure this bites and does not move. Get the old impact. Now then, I can get one of these. Okay, that has really pulled in. That was not ideal, but it will work. So let's roll with it. One seems to work and then the other one lets go. Both these plugs and screws are from Fastco Fixings. Link in the description. So there's that. Here comes the smart part then, guys. We are not going to stress about getting it back to the wall. So if I sit you there, I am now going to take this. There's one of the brackets. That should stay there. I now want to find some of these little screws. I've got these little 4/16s. These are the common kitchen screw size. So I'm going to start by fixing this top one like that. Then I'm going to fix this bottom one here. Because then is what I'm going to do. Even though that doesn't like it, we're going to get some more of those screws. We're going to take this big square here. How am I going to do this? Because I need to kind of get in there, but I also want you guys to see. So let's see if I can sit you guys there for the mo. Broke that. That's all right, because that can stay there for a minute. Right, so using those 2 holes and these adjustable ones are going to go down to my floor. I don't want it that close. I probably want it just further back, just a bit further back than my seat. Right. So, you guys see where I've put that now? That is now going to be further back so that when I want to slide back, it's not going to fail on any of my feet. And then is what I want to do is, either way, as long as it is broad really, and then you always want to double check. I'm just going to open this up. Put that there, and that one in there. Now, It's not the strongest, but that will hold that door. And that's plumbed that up level. And now if I take this laser, it's hard to show you this, but there we go. Now when I take this laser across there, it's just touching there. It's just touching there on that back corner. Well, like you can see. And then over there on the far back corner, we can just see it. And we can also just see it touching over there. It's within 2 mil. If you think you can be more within 2 mil using a level, then I'm not saying it's impossible. You're an amazing chip, but you're, don't know if I want to say it, you're probably going to be very slow using a normal level. Times have moved on. Laser levels are the way forward. But that's just my opinion. It's not a fact, it's just my opinion. Equally, you guys, as kitchen fitters, or I think it's Jack, the kitchen fitting apprentice, you may know a completely different, better way. And if you do, hands in the air. I'm here to learn as much as you guys have come here to learn off me. Oh, guys. He strikes again. See that cupboard that looks rather big in there? Oh yeah, it's not meant to be there. So, whatever, I'm responsible. So is what I've done, and is what I'm going to take you through, is my error, even though I'm sure I picked the right cupboard up, or the right number up, obviously the wrong cupboard, but the right number, I couldn't have done. So anyway, here is what we're going to do to rectify the problem, rather than go on about it all day. So, let's clear some work area, to clear some workspace, and get to work. So the first place to start is taking the doors off. Let's take these hinge carriers off, therefore exposing. Now let's try and, right, mitomate bonds like anything. Ah, and I think I've screwed it. Yeah, I did. So let's drop all of the screws, and let's not use the Makita hammer. Let's get the S-twing hammer. What you want to do, guys, is you want to take the claw edge, you want to hold it as far back as possible and sort of get a good jog. I'm just going to use the rubber, because all I'm trying to do is gently shock it, and it'll snap off. You know, give it a little. That's what I wanted to do. Lovely. Right. It's even taken that corner piece for me. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Right. Well, there's that. So when I bond these, I only bond like there and down these back edges. But it looks like it has peeled in certain areas. But it doesn't matter too much because, well, it does matter. It's my error. It's bad on me, but we can hide it. So if we wasn't honest, so if in all honesty, as much as it's cost me, if we didn't say anything, the customer would never know. But it's family, so they do know. I come to fit the wall units. I come to fit the wall units over there yesterday, and I went, nah, that's not right. Panned around the room, and I was like, that's why that one don't fit that corner. And somebody really likes to text me. I mean, I probably can't talk because I've probably harassed and texted them. Oh yes, absolutely. Right, I don't want to damage anything, but I kind of need to. Yeah, there we go. Nice, that's broken that off there, Nick. Have I screwed that? I bet you I have. Let's get my hop up out. Let's move this Hoover out of the way. Just going to test my Hoover after using it as a wet vac, because these Festool Hoovers are not that expensive, you know. He joke. Feel around, let's feel around. Can I feel one there? Don't think I can. There's one there. Is there one there? I don't know. Might be one there. Oh, yeah, there is. Oh, just like there was one there, to be fair. Right, that should be that. Pretty loose now. Pretty loose. That's those two. So, this is our end piece, and yeah, I thought to myself when I installed it, why on earth is this so big? And yeah, it turns out that was so big because it wasn't meant to be there. Anyway, we've come to realise our mistakes. We own up to our mistakes. We do our best to learn from these, but like I keep saying, I'm responsible, but I'm sure I read the right number. But obviously, regardless of the number, I didn't check the size, because else I would have picked it up. But I'm not here to try and promote I'm perfect, because nobody's perfect, mate. There's no such thing. I'm here to represent a real person doing a real job in real life situations. If you guys go to college, they might say fit unit 1, 2, 3, 4, but when you come to site, or when you come to a customer's house, can't mess things up, dust sheets, doors you can't scratch, things you need to like lift stuff around and maneuver, not, oh, I'm just gonna fetch that the other side of the workshop. A little bit more lax and a little bit easier on a building site, even though this pretty much is a building site, but waffling, you just gotta consider all your environment. Let's move this safely to the floor. Now help me out here, YouTube. This helps me with my answer. 27, 28, 29 and 30. And on here, that to me reads 24. Now please, if the customer watches this, I'm not calling the customer out because I'm the professional and I'm responsible for the job. And yeah, regardless of whatever the situation is, I'm accountable for my own actions, and I should have measured it and I should have spotted that that was a 500 and should have been a 6, because it says it all there. It's still on me, but that is where I've got confused. 24. What is 24? I take it all back. 24 is 24. So obviously I am completely wrong. And I obviously did get it completely wrong. Hands in the air. I get my words and numbers in a mucking fuddle. Right, so I've noticed that from looking at your unit, you don't want them in there. So we're going to take this top off and we're going to flip it. And that one is correct because that is the top and that is where all the connectors go. All right, stay tuned. See what I mean about that, guys? Showing you the plans, showing the error of my ways. I'm an honest man. If you like that honesty, smash that like button and drop a comment. You can have a laugh with me. I'm here for a laugh. I'm here to entertain you lot. So tell me what's entertaining. Me making mistakes and you lot laughing, or me showing you how I do my job. It's one thing making mistakes and it's another thing not learning or not picking them up and not recognising them. This one's cost me about 30 quid plus time, which is boo-hoo, but could have been a lot more expensive. I have done things in the past where there's been like a tool larder unit and I've been trying to make, say, these corners, but like in reverse, so it's an internal, like the internals in there, in the corner of the units, but a tool ladder one. And as I've gone like that to put it together with the mitre mate all over it, it's slipped. I've tried laying it down on benches before, but the nature of the beast is the wood always wants to curve slightly, and you can never get it perfect, and yeah, you are basically in the wind. So the best way to do them is to like screw them and go steady, really. Or is it Jack, the apprentice from Wix that watches these, that sometimes gets involved in the comments? Comment how you do them, or you've been shown to do them, Jack. I'm open to learning, mate. I do not know everything. I know a lot, but I do not know everything. This is going to go south if I do that. So let's not do that. Let's hold that together like that. So there we go, guys. That's that flipped around. So now I'm sure that does make sense to most of you guys doing flat pack. Oh, let me show you this. Let me show you this. So my flat pack kings and queens, boys and girls, ladies and women, gentlemen and women. When you install these and they need to slot through there, you need to follow that arrow and then just twist clockwise. And they pretty much spin 180 and that pulls in. So look, watch this. See that arrow? See that arrow's pointing that way? Now as I spin that, that pulls that in. And that gets tighter. Lovely. Now these are facing down. That's the top. We can turn this around, install the brackets, shift that end one over, and we're good to hang this 600 back up and sort out this end piece. Trust one of these to catch me out. Couple of pins. Here we go. Ah, it's not that end I need to pin, it's the other end, isn't it? Can we do it? Let's see if we can do it. You watch me knock my drill out. Right, those brackets can now go with that one that goes up there. A few more screws into here. Right, so that is the unit ready. So if I now use my tape measure, let's show you. Right then, guys, in the aim of keeping it all interesting, let me show you how I set this out now, right? Luckily, oh look, he's put his pencil mark all the way along there. So I now need to work out where to put these hinges. I know it's 100mm over because it's a 500 to a 600, but let me show you how I work it out. And by showing you guys then know to do it for yourselves. So don't go in between and go, oh yeah, 565. Because you're going off the inside edge of that. And that's 18 mil away from what you're about to touch up there. Some of you may know this, and I don't want to tell you how to suck eggs, but here's how to do it, guys. Hook overall. So you see that? Go off there, go off that outside edge and hook overall. So basically what I do is I just go to the nearest. So I'm going to call that 20 mil to no bigger than 580. Then if you can't reach with two hands, extend your tape so your tape sits still somewhere. Look at that, look, 580 is all the way out here. Before you do any drilling, look up and look down. I know my socket is there, so I'm clear. Just undo. This is insulated dot and dab, guys, so that's why this is so big. If you're interested on how to put that on the wall, it's not very interesting, but it will tell you everything you need to know. It's hard to make it interesting and funny and show you everything you need to know. But there is a video on my page how to do dot and dab. So look, I can come up to that or come over that, as long as I'm somewhere near that. Bosh, bosh. There we go. We've got our points to screw. Now let's drill. Now again, so then guys, for context to what I'm doing here, I'm using a 5 drill bit and 5 plugs. That's the red and the 5.5 SDS bit. 5 mil, 5.5. Really you want 5.5, but 5 is close enough. But they commonly they come in 5.5 mil SDS bits. SDS bits are not designed, but if you're clever, you could probably clamp them in a combi drill, because I appreciate most DIYers are probably going to be using a combi drill. So for every now and then drilling into walls, they'll be okay, but they don't have the power that those SDSs have. So if you're struggling as a DIYer, that's probably why. Now, plug in. Now I want to feed both of these through here. And then is what you want to do is you want to proceed by dropping the screw so that you can't proceed. Fingers in there, hold that like that. Be warned, if you spin that quick, you will burn your fingers. Start the plug. Yeah. Then, not using your drill because you'll damage it, but knock it in. I've got a screw here. So watch this, guys, look. Can you guys see that? I've just started that. Then we send it home. Oh, it's not bit. Right, even though that's not bit. Right then, guys, so although that didn't bite, let's pick up a few of these. Let's kick the worktop and fall over and damage everything. Helpful tip for backing out screws if they're not biting anything. All you're looking to do is just touch it so that it spins and just gently let the screw push your screwdriver back. But if you're not gentle enough, you can do it too quickly. And basically, if it doesn't spin, try and get a screwdriver, would be my recommendation. Right now, let's put that in there. Here's the trick. Start this and then send that in. And then you can use your expensive Makita hammer. Well, that feels like that's quite solid. See how that's not level, but it's in there. See how that's not level, but it's in there. Don't panic. That, for that reason, is why we can adjust these cupboards. So hold tight. Right, so before you put the cupboard on the wall, with your screwdriver, gently identify what pulls and pushes these hangers out. These hangers here, yeah? See how that pushes that out? See how that pushes that out? Push them all the way out so that you don't have to gently hook them on. Like that, if you imagine that was the wall and that was that, by pushing them all the way out, you give yourself a fighting chance of dragging your clips, your hooks down the wall and catching these. Setting up the first one is always very hard, but luckily now that you've got a row in, you can normally just go up next to the one you just put on and then slowly slide down and it'll just stop when it hits them because you've put them in the right place. And once they're in the right place, we turn on the laser. But we've got a long way to go yet. That's absolutely nailed up, apart from that corner. Oh. Don't forget to nail them back up, boy. Doing this, watch you don't knock your unit into your fresh new kitchen. Watch those pins don't divert and start trying to push through. All right, that's flimsy. Don't like that. But anyway, let's get this on the wall. The safest way, you know, I know I'm on, but the safest way to find out if you're on is to pull forwards, like you're trying to pull it off the wall. Don't try and pull down on it, because if you're not and you're pushing down on it and it does suddenly go, all of a sudden it's got 10 times the force when it goes, and you'll probably damage something. So the best way is to just try and pull the top over. Just try and, yeah, and then you know that that's gone in the back and that's hooked and that can't pull away from the wall. Let's put a laser on. Now let's pull this one in. Lead by example. I obviously do that, and I don't recommend you do that. Get yourself a decent screwdriver. It doesn't take that much longer. And if you really want, go on Amazon and get one of those ones where it's how does it go, Charlie? You know what I mean? One of those ratchet ones. Not my cheap. Cheap? They're Weira, Charlie. Not my expensive electrician's ones that are insulated to, I don't know, 1,000 volts. Anyway, just get yourself a good screwdriver. It's just quicker, all right? Here's where it can catch you out. So don't pull it all the way back to the wall and then try and lift it. Lift it or drop it before you start trying to send it back to the wall. There we go. Right. That is now then there. It's a little hard to tell, right, with these lasers. But look, that is lower, so that's why that's not showing up. Whereas this end here is more flush. So that's why that's doing that. So now then, same again, just in reverse. Clamp it up. Just remember to be gentle with them there. So now then, in reverse, I now need to work out what I want on this. So I want, Jesus, I only want like probably 32mm parallel, to be honest. I've just done all of that for nothing. I'm going to start again. Welcome back, YouTube. We are still in the room. I'm debating moving into the garden. Not literally, but into my gym. I'm debating moving over there. But, yeah, today's riddle. I just literally just done today's riddle, and then I looked up and this mic wasn't switched on, so I was like... Anyway, today's riddle. What can't talk but will reply when spoken to? If you think you know the answer, comment below. And if you need more time, pause the video. If not, here comes the answer. So what can't talk but will reply when spoken to? The answer is an echo. What do you guys think? I'm an honest man. What do you think today? What do you guys think to today's episode? I'm a honest man. Yeah, I made that mistake. I often make silly mistakes like this along with spelling, as someone corrected me in the last episode. Spelling's not my thing. Thinking about numbers and English and maths and all of that is not my thing. If you can get me doing something with my hands, I'm very, very good at it. I'm very talented. Yeah, that's it for Wednesday, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Anything you want to see on the channel, comment below. If you made it this far, pretty please subscribe and turn on the bell notifications. And much love. Thanks for watching. I've been Charlie. This is CB Carpentry. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Bye-bye. And in the next one, I do believe the drone shots are coming back out. We have the drone back. I've had the drone back a month and a bit now, but that's how far we are behind. This is like the start of August, these things that I was doing. First week in August, I think I filmed this. So that's how like far behind you are. And that's the kind of buffer I've got with videos and playing around with stuff. But anyway, enough waffling. I'll let you guys go. Thanks for watching. I've been Charlie, CB Carpentry. Peace. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.